friends, Zoe here. Today I'm super excited to talk to you because I'm coming at you with another self-improvement video. If you guys like these types of videos, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below just so I know. So today's video is going to be all about finishing the year off strong, but most importantly, just finishing off the year being proud and feeling very powerful within yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Now to start this video off, I just want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this video today, which is Blinkist. So if you guys aren't familiar, Blinkist is an incredible app that allows you to consume valuable content from books in about 15 minutes or less. You can either read or you can listen to these summaries on the app called Blinkist. A lot of us can be super busy, especially around the holidays during this time of year. And one way that I always reconnect with myself is by listening to inspirational content or motivational content or content that just lets me feel as if I am continually learning. So this is when I listen to Blinkist, is in the mornings or the afternoons, or maybe while I'm eating lunch and I just feel like I want something to ponder on or listen to. So over the next few weeks, we are about to embark onto a brand new decade. So if you're finding yourself a little bit overwhelmed and you need some type of pick-me-up content, this is a perfect time to download Blinkist. I personally have read multiple books on Blinkist, but 3 of them that I want to recommend to you today is the book Super Attractor by Gabrielle Bernstein, because if you guys are on this channel, most likely you love all that law of attraction content. So I definitely recommend tuning into this one. It can be very uplifting and inspiring to start your day. Let's say if you want to check it out while you're eating breakfast. The next book that I want to recommend to you guys is called The Power of No. So I don't know if you're like me, but I often have a very difficult time saying no. It's definitely been a constant learning aspect of my life to say no, to always keep in tune with my energy. So this could be a great lesson to learn before you embark onto 2020, learning to say no to things and feeling confident in saying no to things that are not serving you. And lastly, a third recommendation that I have for you guys is from Oprah, one of my very favorite human beings on this planet. The book that I want to recommend to you today from Oprah is called What I Know For Sure. And this is for people who want to improve their self-esteem, anyone looking for tips to overcome childhood trauma, and any Oprah fans who are interested in her backstory. So I hope that you guys decide to check out Blinkist today. I have a very special link that Blinkist provided, which is www.blinkist.com/zoey.arielle, and the first 100 people who go to this link actually get their first week for free on Blinkist. So imagine, how many books could you consume from that free trial? It's such an incredible app. Like I said, it just gathers the needs to know facts, the insights from all those books so you can listen to them and jumpstart your day, jumpstart your year, jumpstart 2020. Those of you who do enjoy the 1 week free trial also get 25% off of a membership after that. So definitely recommend for you guys to click the link down below and just absorb some incredible inspirational content. And if you out there who do download the app and who do have recommendations for reads for any of us, I'd really appreciate it if you leave them down below. So like I mentioned, today's video, I want it to be all about stepping into your power before the new decade that we are about to step into. So what I mean by that is that around this time of year, things can be a little bit crazy, a little bit hectic, a little bit more busier than usual. And a lot of us are forward thinking as to our goals and our projections about what we want to see happen for ourselves in 2020. But it is in this time of year when I think it's really important for us to reflect and to really think about all the things that we did this past year that we can be proud of ourselves for. Coming to the new year, I have decided to move away from goals and set rather intentions for myself, intentions of what I would like to see come to fruition. But even more than that, I realized for me to set intentions and have them to be believable, I need to feel proud within myself. I need to feel empowered by the person who I am and the person who has just come out of 2019. Because I know that for a lot of us, I think 2019 was a year of a lot of foundation building, a lot of healing, a lot of just, I don't know, sometimes just surviving, to be honest. So based on that, I created a list of 10 things that I'm really proud of myself for. My top 10 things that I'm proud of myself for in 2019. And while I was cultivating this list and while I was reflecting on that list, I'm telling you, the energy that I felt absorbed within my body, the pride that I had for myself, the inspiration that I had about who I truly am and everything that I've accomplished just gave me so much more excitement and so much more fulfillment that I can carry with me through this holiday season and then into 2020. So I'm gonna share my list with you guys, and I definitely inspire you that as you're listening to this video, if you can cultivate a list of a few things that you're proud of, I would love it if you could leave them down below. I have my list on my phone here, and I'm going to share it with you today. So, 10 things that I'm proud of myself for this year. This year, as you guys know, I made a move overseas. I moved back from Rome, Italy, back to Toronto, Canada. Right now I'm actually in San Diego, California, visiting my friend Gabby. It's my birthday this week that you're watching this video. But yeah, I moved overseas, and I don't think that I really realized how big of or how significant of a life event that is to make the decision to leave Rome and to come back to Toronto. So I'm acknowledging myself that I'm proud of myself for making a move when it was a time in my life when I knew that I needed to do it. The next thing that I want to acknowledge myself for is that I enrolled into the IPEC life coaching program. So I'm not yet fully certified, but very close. For the past year, I've been working on my certification as a life coach, and this has been a goal or a dream of mine for so long. So I'm so proud of myself for putting in the work, because so much of this work has not only just been in regards to the education, but also the work on myself. I feel like I'm coming out of 2019 an absolute different human being than I was when I first embarked on this year. And a lot of that self-improvement, a lot of that self-growth has come from this program. So I'm acknowledging myself for the hard work and education, but also on myself. The next thing that I'm acknowledging myself for is for building and cultivating a sanctuary that I like to call Hotel California, that is my apartment. As you guys know, I came from Rome with only a couple suitcases. I've been living out of only a few suitcases for 3 years. So to finally have my own space, which I got to get furniture for, I know it took me about 6 months to put it all together, but every single piece in that sanctuary space was picked out intentionally, with the intention that I'm creating an abundant place for me to just manifest all my desires, for me to learn, grow, improve, and just be exactly who I want to be every single day. So it's been such a nurturing experience, and I'm really proud of myself for just allowing my Hotel Cali to be a true expression of who I am. So the next thing that I want to acknowledge myself for today is finally coming to closure of the abusive relationship from my past, which was over 4 years ago, but it's definitely just been something that's been kind of left open within my heart, within my being, something that I couldn't really put a close to, which I couldn't really put an end to. I didn't really understand how I as a person attracted something like that into my life. But this is one thing that I came to closure from my life coaching course. So by doing these deep dives within myself, I realized these inner patterns that I might have had, inner blocks that I might have had, which did attract that experience into my life. And I finally felt that I could share it with you guys, which I did in a video. I'll leave it down below if you didn't check it out. But I finally got the closure that I needed, the closure that I've been seeking for many years, which I assumed that Rome would like cure for me, but really it was me who cured that for myself, who really mended that for myself, who really built myself back up. And so I want to acknowledge myself for coming to closure with that situation, not only within myself, but also then bringing it to a platform like YouTube to share with you guys, to offer you any healing, any growth, any learning experiences from my experience, because that's what I really like to do here on this platform, is to share with you my learning and my self-improvements, my self-growth journey, in hopes that it can save you a tough lesson like that in your life. And with that closure came the opportunity for me to open up my heart, which is the next thing that I'm going to say that I'm proud of myself for this year. I opened my heart, and even though it didn't go the way as planned, I still came at it, this opening of my heart, in a way of unconditional love, like just unconditionally giving and unconditionally opening up my heart, working on that with my coaches, with my relationship coach. Just when I finally felt this thing start to crack open, which I'm telling you guys, my heart has literally been something that's been frozen, like wrapped in barbed wire, tossed in a lockbox, tossed in a safe, had the key thrown to the bottom of the ocean. Like, I'm telling you, the space in my body, in my soul, has just not been touched in a very long time. So I really worked on that this year. I really worked on opening that up, really worked on being able to access my heart space. And just like I said, maybe it didn't go as I imagined it would go, or that I hoped that it would go. at least I felt, you know, at least I opened up this space and nurtured it and allowed it to be what it was going to be, and learned every single lesson that it presented to me along the way. So I'm proud of myself for opening up my heart this year. The next thing that I'm acknowledging myself for is that in April, I was actually back here in San Diego, but I went to Joshua Tree for a Vipassana retreat, which meant that I sat in a meditation for 10 full days. I sat in silence, in meditation for 10 full days in the desert. And I'm acknowledging myself for doing that because I felt like it's something that I wanted to do. Finally just bit the bullet and did it. And I came out feeling so excited and so abundant about my life. And I'm acknowledging myself for doing that because I don't think that there's a lot of people out there, or there's a lot of, you know, a lot of me that thought that I could sit for 10 days in meditation, but I did it. And I feel like a total champion. I'm definitely gonna do it again. So I'm acknowledging myself for meditating for 10 full days. Speaking of retreats, meditation, spirituality, and all that, the next thing I'm acknowledging myself for is for going back to Rhythmia and doing another week of plant medicine, self-reflection, self-growth, and not just like self-improvement and self-growth. I'm talking about like radical transformations. I really just went in there open, ready for all of the healing that was going to happen. And so I'm acknowledging myself for being someone who doesn't shy away from doing the hard work, who just really dives in, willing to dive in, and dove in again this year in Costa Rica. So yeah, proud of you, Zoe. The next thing that I'm going to acknowledge myself for is something that was quite difficult to do. So this year I actually let go of one of my best friends from the past, I guess you could say. And this isn't ever an easy thing to do. It's very difficult to recognize sometimes when people are toxic in your life, and just being able to cut that off is a very difficult process in itself. And I had to do this to someone who was so close to me in my life. But once you let go and you realize how much lighter your life is, how much vibrant and how much more abundant your life is, it's like you're taking a whole new deep breath in and a deep breath out. So I'm acknowledging myself for recognizing when people are no longer serving me in my life in a positive way, and having the courage and having the bravery to cut that off, and knowing what I deserve in friendships in this life. So acknowledging myself for that. Number 9 is that this year I spoke in front of audiences, which is something that's been a fear of mine for many years. But I did it in Whistler at the Unleashed conference, and I also lectured at York University in front of a class. And for me to do something like this is me stepping into a whole new zone. So out of my current comfort zone and expanding that, and stepping into a place that I was nervous about. And I just said yes to both of these opportunities without really thinking about it, what it would be like to stand there. And then of course when the time came, I felt all those nerves, but I still did it anyways. I still did it because my higher self, my intuition, pushed me to say those yeses, pushed me to expand my zone of comfort, and I did it, and I was successful. So I'm acknowledging myself for moving past one of my greatest fears, which is speaking in public. It might sound crazy because you guys are probably like, oh, you speak all the time in front of the camera, but it's just me and this camera. And lastly, I want to acknowledge myself for something that I just recently did. I volunteered a week of my time with sea turtles in Colola in Mexico, where I volunteered with sea turtle hatchlings, assisted in taking them to the water and facilitating their journey and their survival, and also watching and checking out mama turtles, harvesting the eggs and bringing them to a hatchery. Those videos are coming soon to document that trip for you guys, but I'm really just acknowledging myself because as I set goals for this past year, one of them was to volunteer a week of my time, and I volunteered it to an organization which I am very passionate about, which is Sea Turtles, and I got to spend this week in nature, and it was truly one of the most transformative, special solo trips I've ever taken. So I'm excited to share that content with you guys. It's coming soon, but I'm acknowledging myself for just honoring my heart and what my heart wanted and what it needed to just, yeah, give back in this world. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and again, thank you to our sponsor, Blinkist. If you guys are looking for more inspirational, self-improvement, all that good stuff content, be sure to check out the link below, blinkist.com/zoey.arielle for your special 1 week for free, and then 25% off a membership after that. So, sending you all the love, all the abundance. May we all finish 2019 off as our most powerful, abundant selves. See you!